Hello, folks, and welcome back. On this episode, we're going to perform our yearly inspection of our gas furnace. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. First thing that we need to do is take the cover off, and to take the cover off, all we do is remove these two screws, one on each side, and the cover comes right off. Once you get the cover off, you'll be able to look down into the actual furnace. Now that we have the plate off, we're going to go ahead and remove the inspection plate, which is right here, so we can actually look at the actual burn chamber, combustion chamber, and the burner. Now there is a gasket that goes around here that's a one-time use gasket, so you need to make sure you have that gasket on head before you take this cover off. The inspection cover comes off by just removing the 4 screws on each corner of the inspection cover and then gently slide it out. Now the burner will be attached to it when you slide it out. Now in ours, once we slide it out, we're going to first disconnect the wire here, which is your igniter wire. And then once you get it pulled off, you're going to just slide your burner all the way out and do a visual inspection on it. You're looking to see if the burner's in good shape and if the sparker's in good shape. Now our burner actually looks pretty good, but our sparker here is kind of rusted out, and it's also a little loose. I can wiggle it here, so we'll go ahead and I'll order that and replace it when it comes in. Now we'll do our visual inspection on everything. We're going to look into our actual inside of our heat exchanger here. We're going to look, make sure there's no holes, no obvious damage inside here. A little bit of light rust is normal, and that's acceptable. All the way in the back there, that gold plug looking thing is going to be the orifice. That's where the gas comes in, and that's what you're going to have to hook your burner back on when you put it back together. Over on this side is going to be your sail switch, and I know it's hard to see back there, but it's actually just a piece of metal that's hooked to a micro switch, and when the fan comes on, it moves that, and that tells the furnace that it can turn the gas on because the blowers are running. And then over on this side is going to be your thermostat and your gas valve. Now, on the inside of ours, we do see a little bit of powdered rust in the back there. So all I'm going to do is take a shop vac and I'm going to vacuum out everything on the inside. Now, I vacuumed it out, and it's hard to see on the video here, but all the powdered rust that was back there is gone. But this does give you a good view of that orifice in the back where the gas comes in. And like I said, that's what you're going to have to hook the burner on when you put it back together. Now, let's go ahead and peel off the old gasket here. And you want to clean this off to make sure that it's nice clean surface for when you put the new gasket on. And it's literally that simple, and I'll scrape off all that excess down there at the bottom. Then we take our new cover and gasket, put it in there. Take your burner, make sure the back end of it goes over that orifice. You should not be able to move it up and down if it's over that orifice. It should be nice and snug in there. Now, before we hook up our igniter cable here, we're going to go ahead and actually replace the igniter inside the unit. To do that, we're going to go ahead and just take the 2 screws that hold the igniter in, take them out with a nut driver, and then pull the igniter out. Now, you're going to have a gasket on here just like you have on the overall big plate, and they all come in one set, so you'll have this gasket also. And then once you get the old one out, go ahead and clean your surface off, put the new gasket on there, and then just put your new igniter back into the unit here. It only goes one way. The screws are offset, so you can't put it in backwards. And just tighten it up. And then once you've got it tightened up, go ahead and put your igniter cable back onto your unit. And then the next thing we're going to do is actually turn our furnace on with the cover off here, just so we can make sure everything's working properly. You can see through the little sight glass there, we've got a nice pretty blue flame in there. That's what we're looking for. Then we're going to go outside where the vents come outside the trailer. We're going to make sure that all the seals around it are good. It's, all the caulking and everything is in good shape. And then it's going to be hard to see with the flashlight here, but we're going to actually look down in the tubes, make sure they're not rusted out, make sure everything looks good there. And then the last thing we're going to do is actually put our outside cover back on. And just a case of taking the 2 screws that come with it and then screwing them in. And that completes our clean and inspect of our furnace here. Now, if we had to run across any problems that, like a gas leak, if we had a hole in our burner, if the boards weren't working or something along that lines, then I would have referred to a certified technician to come out and either fix or replace my furnace. With that being said, if you have any questions, go ahead and drop me a line. I'll try to answer them. And we want to tell you we appreciate you watching and thank you very much for your support. And we'll see you in the campground.